What's up, guys? Today in this video we're going to learn how to do a proper rim grind on your rims in case you might have rim brakes on either the front and the rear. In this video I'll be focusing on just the rear since I don't have a bike with rim brakes in the front. But we're going to do it for the sake of the video. Now, I am by no means a rim grinding expert. Of course, all of this knowledge that I've gathered is pretty much from trial and error. So if you're gonna do this, I'm just gonna give you some tips to make your life easier and some things to think about in case you are thinking about grinding your rims. One more thing I'm gonna add is the pads that you use is relatively important as far as rim grinds go. There are pads that are better than others for rim grinds. The pads that I have on here right now are TNN green pads, and they have aluminum backings, and the pads are green in color, and apparently those are best for a heavy rim grind. But if you're just going to grind them lightly, then there's other ones available, but I'm not going to go through those. You can find those online. First things first, what do you need when you are doing this? Well, first thing you're going to need is an angle grinder. The cutting wheel isn't totally important. You just need something that's going to give you a nice cut, abrasive, some sort of, I don't know. This is actually for who knows what. Doesn't matter. It's for my bike. That's what it's for. The one I have on here right now is more of like a cutting thing, but this will do just fine as well. Next thing you need is probably hearing protection to protect your ears and eye protection. So here we have hearing protection, and then as for eye protection, I've got my Speedos. They do tend to fog up, but it's totally fine. There she is. She's on the ground where she belongs. Just kidding, I love you. So one thing that can make this a lot easier is taking off the back wheel along with the tire, but that's a lot of work and I don't have time for that, so you can probably just leave it on there and just take the air out of the tire. That's one thing you're gonna have to do. So we're gonna take some air out this babe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, when you start to hear that noise, you know she's ready. We can successfully bend over the tire to make room for the angle grinder. Depending on whether or not you're right-handed, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna put this thing on the left. Okay. And then make sure it's not on when you plug it in and you like kill somebody. I don't know. Ideally you want to use a blade like this, I would say. When you're cutting, all you have to do is continue in one direction, because if you go up and down, you're pretty much erasing the grind that you've already done. So only move in one direction when you're grinding, and slowly move in one direction, and the small lines will actually appear there. They won't be as far out as these are. I actually put these individual lines in here with the other blade, because the other blade's a little harder to do that with. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this with one hand and hope for the best. Hopefully I don't destroy like this really expensive tire and don't like hurt myself. Here we go. And then I'm going to kind of show you what I mean by moving in one direction only. Oh god, this is going to be loud. Alright, so here's kind of what happened. The tire's kind of in the way because I had no one to really help me. It also helps to have two people, one person holding the tire. If it's only you, then I suggest taking the tire off because that'll help a lot. So you can feel it's pretty substantial, the difference between here and here. Here's super smooth, and then here's pretty rough. That will create a really good grind. I didn't get everywhere, obviously, because the tire was in the way, so I could only kind of stay in one spot. And I was moving slowly but evenly, going in one direction. Alright, so this last tip is for those of you who want brakes that stop so hard, you want your back tire to lock up so tight that even the guy who goes to the gym every single day on your street can't even get them unlocked when you're touching your lever of your brakes, or I don't even know. But here it is. Coca-Cola Well, that's family. There it is. Coca-Cola. Pour Coca-Cola directly on here, and you have to let it dry, and the sugar will actually kind of coagulate and dry up on the rim, and it'll give it you'll make your rims pretty much really sticky, and your pads are just gonna bite really, really hard. But the only problem with that is if you're doing any sort of manuals or anything like that, you pretty much can't, because they lock pretty much instantly. So you can't really do any street stuff if you're using Coke. You can kind of use a paper towel and dab the Coke on the paper towel and kind of rub it on here, but it doesn't really work very well. I found that the best is pretty much just actually pouring it on, and oh well, you get on your bike and your tire, you're pouring Coke on your bike, so I mean, you're already in it, so why not finish it? So you pretty much actually just really need to pour it on. And of course, you need to do this on both sides of the rim. So grinding rims is pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully I've covered everything in the video. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment in the video. So thanks for watching. See you next time.